What's going on YouTube? This is TJ from 3 Point Buzzer Beaters, and today's video we're going to be talking about 3 major takeaways from the 2018 NBA Draft. The draft was Thursday night, and for the most part many teams made substantial improvement to their rosters, but I'm going to talk about 3 teams in particular and their standout showings at the draft. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The first team I'll be talking about that had a successful draft are the Phoenix Suns. The Suns had 3 of the first 31 selections and made good use of all of them. They had the number 1 pick, and for that pick, they drafted DeAndre Ayton, a consensus top 2 player. He can contribute immediately to the team, filling a glaring hole at the center position. Last year at Arizona, he put forth the season of 20 points, 12 rebounds, on 61% shooting from the field. They originally had the number 16 pick, but instead traded a 2021 first-rounder from the Heat and their number 16 pick, who was Zaire Smith, to receive Mikal Bridges from Villanova. Mikal Bridges is an NBA-ready presence and is an elite shooter and defender, and he also doesn't take away touches from the more ball-dominant players on the team, such as Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. For the first selection of the second round, they drafted a Frenchman, Eli Okobo. He's arguably the second best international prospect in this draft behind Luka Doncic, and his draft stock shot up considerably in this past month when he put forth a 44-point showing this past May. This past year, for the French League and the A Division, he averaged 13 points and 5 assists and only 28 minutes per game on 39% shooting from 3. To sum it up, all these selections were great for the Phoenix Suns organization, and the future is looking very bright for this team in the coming years. Next up, we have the Dallas Mavericks. They were the talk of the first round of the draft when they traded up from number 5 to number 3 to be able to draft Luka Doncic. Now, Luka Doncic is an international phenom coming from EuroLeague. EuroLeague is the second most difficult league in the world behind the NBA. Now, Luka Doncic is a proven winner, winning the Eurobasket in 2017 with Goran Dragic, and winning the EuroLeague Championship and Spanish ACB Championship this past year. He's also the youngest EuroLeague MVP in history and won EuroLeague Finals MVP. His 6'8" frame allows him to play the 1 through 3 position and does a little bit of everything, to being a passing savant. He can score the ball from all 3 levels and is a good rebounder for a guard. The Dallas Mavericks' next pick was the 33rd overall pick in the 2018 draft, and with that pick they selected Jalen Brunson out of the University of Villanova, the 4th and final player to be selected out of Villanova. Jalen Brunson is a 2-time national champion and most recently won National Player of the Year. He's a steady presence in the backcourt and will be a good backup for many years to Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka Doncic. This past season, he averaged 19, 3, and 5 on 52% from the field, 41% from 3, and 80% from the free throw line. To round out the draft haul for the Dallas Mavericks, they selected on 2 high upside projects in Ray Spalding at power forward and Kostas Antetokounmpo, a small forward who is also the younger brother of Giannis. Overall, the Dallas Mavericks had a very successful draft, and it'll be very exciting to watch in these next coming years, following Dirk Nowitzki's retirement. The last team we're going to be talking about are the Denver Nuggets, and their place on this list rests entirely on the shoulders of a healthy Michael Porter Jr. Now, Michael Porter Jr. was injured 2 minutes into his college season. He ended up only playing 3 games and struggled to flash his superstar potential that he possesses. However, a 57-minute sample size shouldn't worry the Nuggets. He was a former number 1 recruit out of high school and averaged 36 points and 13 rebounds his senior year. He was a projected top 3 pick until this most recent injury. Now, if Michael Porter can stay healthy, he fits the starting 5 perfectly, with Jamal Murray at the 1, Gary Harris at the 2, he would be slotted at the 3, and Paul Millsap and Nikola Jokic at the 4 and the 5. The Denver Nuggets had 2 other draft picks this year, the 41st and the 58th pick. They spent the 41st pick on Jared Vanderbilt out of Kentucky, a 6'9" small forward with a handle and is a fantastic rebounder. Vanderbilt will be a steal if he can stay healthy. He struggled with injuries this year, only playing 14 games due to a nagging foot injury. However, he can handle the ball and has a great nose for the ball, and if he can continue to keep up that high motor, he will have a place in the NBA. The 58th pick, Thomas Welsh, is just a big man out of UCLA, played well alongside a great point guard in Aaron Holiday and Lonzo Ball the previous year, and has a chance to make the final roster on this stacked Denver Nuggets team. Alright, that wraps up everything for today's video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what video you want to see next. I'm going to do a couple more draft videos kind of wrapping up what happened these past couple days before free agency starts next week. And until then, see y'all next time. Lefty.